Good afternoon, everybody. Derek here, personal friend of Jin. He asked me to do a quick little intro on suspension training, how it relates to overall fitness, but also how it relates to those practicing mixed martial arts, kickboxing, anything along those lines. Now, when it comes to upper body standard exercises, most people are under the impression that bench press or a push-up are the standard. And they are, because when you're doing a traditional push-up and or bench press, you have both elbow and shoulder movement, and therefore working chest, shoulders, and triceps. The challenge with them is trying to make them more difficult, and that usually involves either more repetitions or more weight. But there's something about being fixed against an immovable object such as the floor or a bench that really doesn't allow the body to activate the core. This is where suspension training comes in. With suspension training, these are from Vegas Pro Systems, excellent straps. We do a multitude of exercises, but let's stick with the bench press push-up exercise. With these, you'll see that each handle moves independently, multiple planes, so it requires a significant amount of stabilizing muscles to be recruited. Full range of motion involves all the stabilizing muscles, especially the core. Because without the core strength, you flop. You move all over the place. Control. Take a punch, for example. Most people, inexperienced, will punch all arm. No upper body recruitment and no power development from the base. Here, you need to control the base, activate the core to get the power where you need it. It ain't easy.
Nice.
Another example of exercises, such as the golden standard of the dip. Very easy to adjust. Simple carabiner, 1,000-pound rating. No problems. When it comes to dips, you'll see people use a traditional parallel bar, strap a big weight to their waist, and try to do a dip. Well, try doing a dip with these. Independently adjustable. Even if they're off a little bit, it doesn't matter. The control required to do the dip is dramatically different than a traditional fixed parallel bar because the handles move independently and in their own plane.
Nice.
Questions?
No, I think I like this. As far as like would you say that these by using these straps and stuff would not only core, would it also help develop like tendon and joint strength?
Absolutely. All the connective tissue that sometimes get bypassed doing traditional exercises, or people use poor form to kind of cheat their way through a motion. You can't do it here, and the great part about them, not only do you get that full range of motion, all the stabilizing muscles involved, but going back to the presses, you can control your descent, work with different planes of the hands, and then power it up without worrying about momentum taking over the resistance.
So this is really more whole body exercise.
Absolutely.
Versus isolation exercise.
Absolutely. So anybody who has never used suspension training, incorporating it into their regular routine, amazing results. Both obviously the physique component, like a lot of people are looking for, but more of a real world workout.
Functional,
Again, going back to the punch, you don't have the benefit of sitting against something and punching someone.
For support,
You need to have that ability to bring the whole body into it, even with one foot. Increases the difficulty.
No, that's good,
man.
man.
Angle, again, increases the difficulty, playing with the range of motions, and being able to go from a press to a fly to a pullover. It takes that whole body conditioning and cross-training component to a completely different level.
And it's also like I see a lot of flexibility, right?
Absolutely.
Helping gain better flexibility through range of motion. That's awesome.
It makes everything work together the way it was meant to.
That's awesome, Derek. That helps a lot. What's your website for your personal training?
If anybody has any questions for me personally, they can contact me at fit-prof.com.
Okay.
There's also links on there for the Vegas Pro Straps.
Awesome, man. And you also have an app, right?
Yes, if you go onto the fit-prof.com website, you'll see at the bottom you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, as well as on our iTunes application, which is a weekly fitness tip, which is free. Simple little kernels of wisdom to help people achieve their goals.
Awesome, Derek. Well, I'm a big fan of yours, and these straps have really helped me a lot, and I know that people out there, and I mean, you can also use, you can improvise, right? You can make your own straps. I mean, for a lot of people out there, they can also, could they build their own kind of device?
You can. There's some components that are a little tougher to find than others.
Right.
But when you sit down and figure out the time and cost value, it works out to the same. And these have been tested and proven.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for your help, brother, and let's get back to training.
Sounds good.